What's up, dudes? What's up, everybody? Welcome. We're here. We're here. Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different. We're already started. I got Anthony wanting to shit talk me. He says, we gotta wait till we start so I can shit all over you. My bad bets, probably, which is fine. Brad's able to join us today. So hopefully we can get this rolling. And give me 1 second while we get us going. We're gonna get this little spiciness going. I'm excited to be here. Excited. Super excited.
Your screen you're sharing with us is a little frozen though, so I don't know.
Go. We should be good. Is it frozen? Give me a second. I'll get it up for you.
Yeah, it's still frozen. Ain't no big deal.
No, we're good. We're good. I'll get it up.
Yeah, dude, it's it's one of the most exciting weekends of college ball. Everything's going to be decided by. Is it Sunday night, Brad? They're going to do the bracket.
Yep, everything's Sunday.
Just double checking. Is it still frozen? Still good.
Yeah, a little. Right now? Oh no, we're moving a little bit now. I can see it. Yeah, we're good now. We're live. That's cool. Now, yeah. So I'm excited for that. The one thing I didn't know, and I'm just gonna immediately start off script, which is going to be awesome. I can't believe that the guys that get a first round bye do not get a home playoff game
in college.
It's weird.
Yeah, in college.
What?
So the only teams that actually get a home playoff game are seeds 5, 6, 7, and 8 that play 9, 10, 11, and 12. Because then when they go to the next round and they go from 12 to 8, it's all bowl games like Fiesta Bowl, Sugar Bowl, that shit, and it's all neutral field. So I think that's a change they probably need to make. They probably need to, make that. But looking at it, like you don't get a home game in that scenario, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's
way off. That's way off schedule and way off topic. But
it's the norm here. That's what we're here for. We're here for good time.
I'm sitting here looking at the bracket, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Where are we at with Soto? Anybody have any idea?
There was some pretty wild offers that have been floated his way from what I heard. I don't know, man.
Really?
I can't remember who I saw yesterday. Gave him a pretty substantial offer that he was interested in, and it's not a very big team. They're trying to build their market, but I gotta look.
Well, there's 5 teams still from everything I hear. The
Dodgers are still somewhere he's in it.
The Dodgers are one of them. I think the Dodgers are being used as a, bid me up type of piece. I really do. I just the way I see it. The biggest offer I've seen floated is the Red Sox. And they've actually floated a 15-year $675.
My God.
Some people are saying, it could get to $700 million. I mean, he's 26, man. So you could do a 14, 15, year deal. So.
Yeah, John Heyman is MLB insider that the ballpark could be 15 of $700 million plus, and that the Mets are not the only team to make that offer to Soto.
No, I think the Red Sox will get in that area. I think the Mets are going to get in the area.
Yeah,
I don't think that. That's where I think the Dodgers won't go there. So
can we talk the fact that Judd signed a 9-year, $360 million, and now we got guys pushing 8 years to 9 years for $700 million.
I think we should talk the fact that you still call him Judd after all these years.
Well, I mean, he's a loser.
It's Aaron.
So that's all that matters.
You know what's funny, Brad, is this
Judge.
Dude has called him. It has been Judd for as long as I've known Tyler. We talked baseball, play fantasy baseball for 8 years now, Horton, something like that, and it is always Aaron Judd, and I always correct
Judd.
Him. Yeah, he will always be Judd. I'm gonna get him a Yankees jersey that Judd on the back.
That's fine. I'll wear it. I'll wear it when we beat him again next World Series.
That's funny shit.
God.
That is funny. Hey,
I don't think it's gonna take much longer. I think within the next week.
Where's Teo at? Where are we at with Teo?
I hear the deal's done. It's just a matter of kind of waiting to see this. This is the domino to fall. Yeah. Everybody's waiting on Soto. Everybody's waiting on Soto, and then everybody can move forward.
The Dodgers
can't.
The Dodgers are fucked. Bro, the Dodgers are absolutely fucked after year 2035. We're gonna owe We're gonna owe like $3 billion to guys that won't even be on our roster no more.
Doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's out of a different money kitty the way it's
I
all
know,
set up.
I know. It's just funny how the Dodgers are doing that. Everybody's deferred. Everybody they sign, big contract deferred. Big contract deferred. I fucking
They're just
love
gonna
it.
they're gonna continue to stack money. I guarantee you what they do is some form of like there's an account for Shohei, there's an account for Mookie, there's an account for Blake Snell,
Yeah.
and all the times that they're in the postseason and they're raking in all these millions and billions of dollars. Okay, we're gonna put it there, we're gonna put it there, we're gonna put it there. That way, whenever this money comes up, it doesn't hamper the organization at that point. That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it makes sense about Teo not signing because, like, if you sign Teo, you're taking yourself out of the Soto running, and Dodgers, I think, are strictly in it to drive the price up. Would
They
be
are.
my guess.
That's the deal.
Yeah,
So if they sign Teo, they lose all leverage.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the way I see it.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Well, good. Anything new on Rasaki? I heard it's pretty much a done deal.
Yeah,
it's Dodgers or Padres, right?
A
Everything
lot-
I hear.
I just saw
It's gonna be
something yesterday. It
Dodgers.
says he's leaning heavily on the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Did you see Blake Snell and what he said at his conference? That him
Yeah.
and his wife had
he's-
been planning on coming to LA for a long time. So my thought was last year he probably wanted to come, but they just didn't want to do that plan yet. It's weird how full circle things kind of come. It just always comes around, you know, like it just the way he made it sound like there was some sort of conversation that was had, and he went and did his little stint where he did it, and he knew he was coming back to LA. Maybe they just didn't have the money, or they didn't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it just the way he talked about it, it just
He was
sounded
coming
like
off the injury, so I wonder if there was just more question. And because he signed so late, remember? I mean, he didn't even get a spring training, so almost
Yeah, I
makes
don't
you
even
think
think
they
he-
were being
I don't think he made
cautious
a
with
start
the
till
injury.
June.
Yeah.
I did hear they were talking about the next winter meetings and the next collective bargaining. There being a ceiling and a floor for spending in baseball, and they said it would not surprise them if that happened in the next 5 years.
day late and $1 short, baby. 5
Yeah,
World
you
Series
can't
later. Fucking jerk
can't
us up, motherfuckers. Hey, we got 10 years of World Series runs, baby. You can go eat it. Hey, it just makes me laugh at all these fans that shit on us. They're like, because we're smart and we're using it to our advantage. Fuck you. You can do the same thing, you dumb fuck. Nobody's telling you you can't.
They're cash heavy. That's what you're able to do, man.
I apologize. Nobody wants to go play in fucking Cleveland. No shit. Jesus. Go where the money's at, baby. The money's in LA. Where the World Series are going to start falling.
Get him
from
in
the
line.
sky.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh God.
The World Series is gonna start falling. So let's move on to anything else.
Lord,
anything else in baseball that's hot that we need to touch on?
No, right now it's college football time, man.
Yeah, it's full throttle football right now. It's
time to go.
It's a great
Speaking
time.
of college football.
I before we jump into the bracket, I got you something great here. This is the conference championship predictions. If we want to run into that first, I know we kind of have it. It's gonna be a little split. Do we want to do this second, or do you want to do this right now?
I think I think we pick these games, and then that's us forward thinking and transitioning to what we think our brackets.
It's affecting the bracket. Yeah, that's my big take on it. So, man, there are some good games on this list. It's good time.
I can't put my finger on that Arizona Iowa State game. Nothing would surprise me there, and I don't want to. I mean, it's that Texas and Georgia game. There is no telling.
Yeah,
I kind of feel the same way about Clemson and SMU. SMU's hot, but I mean, at the beginning of the year, would we have ever guessed, right? So, some tight games. It's going to be great.
I want to pull up next week. I want to pull up our original brackets and see how many right out of 12.
The original, I probably have them somewhere, so I'll definitely be able to.
I think I do too. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure, and we can always look back. Yeah, that'll be fun to kind of like, okay, here's the 12 that made it. This is how many we got right out of 12. But
I know none of us had Indiana.
No,
no.
I think we all had Oregon, Penn State, Texas, and Georgia.
We had a lot of them.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I
be
didn't have
the
Boise.
top
I think
6 or 7. We're gonna be
I think
we're
me
gonna
and
be
Brad,
close.
me and Brad had Boise. I had Tulane
Yeah,
on
we
there.
both had Boise.
No, you had Tulane. I don't think you had Boise.
I think I had Boise in the bracket. I don't think I had them in the top 4. I think I had Tulane taking that.
I think
Maybe
you had
not.
Tulane making the playoff, dude.
Yeah.
You might be
You
right.
had
You might be
Tulane.
right. We'll
We'll have to
figure it
look
out.
back.
Yeah.
Let's make these picks, and then we will kind of go into our predictor here. So tonight is Tulane and Army, right? What's Army, like 11-1? Or 10-1? But I think Tulane's 4.5 point favorite. So I don't really know much about either of these teams, but I like Tulane.
I'm on Tulane. Tulane's had a harder schedule.
Yeah.
Army played Notre Dame, their best opponent, and got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I'm Tulane.
Tulane. I almost threw in a parlay today, but I didn't do that. I think I know
We
all
still
of our
have
picks.
we still have time.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I think we know all. We better all be on the same page here with this next one with UNLV.
Oh yeah, running Rebels. Let's go.
Hey.
Oh wait.
No,
Fuck
fuck that. They,
that.
in Boise, they played a tight game earlier this year. It was only like a 6-point game, but it was in UNLV. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold, and it's gonna be they're gonna need to run the ball. There's one team that can do the run.
I think they also had a different quarterback at the time. They had that quarterback that left, didn't they?
Was that before they?
I don't remember. I'm
left?
pretty sure that Boise then played early this year.
Oh look, no, I don't think. Dude,
I thought it was early. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't know, dude. This running back, Genty, has absolutely taken off the last couple weeks, so it's hard.
They are the only team. They are the only. Fuck, they just played on the 25th of October.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. They are the only team to hold him to under 4 yards a carry this year. UNLV.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen again.
He got to. I don't think so either.
Doesn't happen twice.
He's gonna do his thing. I believe he's gonna do his thing.
Yes, he is.
Keep it running.
Let's go. Keep it running. I'm gonna say this next one. This is an iffy game, right? Like this.
Yeah.
Can go either way. I'm picking Arizona State. They seem like the hotter team, but I think Iowa State is. Man, I struggle to not pick them in this game. I'm gonna go Arizona State.
I think I'm gonna go Arizona State too, but Iowa State's lucky to be there.
Yeah.
Arizona State's won their way there. Iowa State needed a lot of help to get there. Needed Colorado to fall off and BYU to fall off, where both of those teams controlled their own destiny. Whereas, Arizona State paved their own way here and earned their right here. Iowa State just kind of fell into it. So I'm gonna go with Arizona State, just the hotter team.
That's the way I see it.
I would love to back my boy Brock Purdy's college team, but
oh god,
Arizona State's just too good, bro. I like Arizona State.
Purdy.
Where he came from?
Clemson and SMU. Where's the ACC title game at?
I'm not sure. I'll tell you right now.
What neutral site is that?
I'll tell you.
I mean, I always know the SEC and the Big 12.
It's in Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Clemson. They were my pick for the ACC preseason, so I'm definitely gonna own on that. I'm gonna stand on that for right now. I think they had a really weird letdown against South Carolina. I thought they were gonna win that game, and then they obviously didn't. I think they're gonna come out. Klubnik played really well. I was watching that game kind of out of the corner of my eye because there was the place we were watching Ohio State, Michigan. There was a Clemson fan there that was really cool. So I had Clemson in a parlay, so I was rooting them on. And it just kind of fell apart at the end, though. I think they're going to come out on fire. Would be my guess.
Who you got, Horton?
SMU. I just look at their schedule. There's one team on here. It's BYU, and it was a close game, but BYU was what we thought they were when we talked about it last couple of weeks ago. So I like Clemson. I think Clemson is the better team overall.
I'm the same, and I think they're gonna beat them by 10 plus, and I think it's gonna eliminate SMU. Looking forward and deeper conversation. Next big game is hard, man. Texas is favored, right? But Georgia went into Texas and won. This game is hard for me. I'm an SEC guy. I actually see Georgia doing what Georgia does, and it's in Georgia, right? So
it's in Atlanta,
it's in Atlanta, right? And they, I think Georgia's going to win the game. I think they're going to pull it off, and then that'll slide them up. And looking at the bracket, I think that slides them up. So I'm gonna have Georgia.
I'm gonna stand on Georgia too, but I'm telling you, if I had more office time today at work, I probably would have flipped it. Georgia, there was a lot of short fields, a lot of wonky things that gave them really good field possession in that game,
Yeah.
and I just don't know if that happens. And I know it's hard to beat a team twice, but in this situation, I think you're going to have to beat them a third time. So kind of in a weird way, I think Georgia takes this one. I think that that game with Georgia Tech put them on the right path, and they're going to carry a lot of momentum into this week. So I'm going to take Georgia just to win SEC, just because why the fuck not? Like, of everything else that's gone on this year, how wonky they've been, how up and down they've been, as good as they looked and as bad as they look, why would they not still win the SEC?
Yep.
Which is the same way I think about some of these teams that I think are going to make the playoffs that I think can end up making the Final Four. It's like, why would they not? So, yeah, I'm going Georgia. This is the one I wanted to talk shit about Tyler on. Okay? And we're going to discuss his bets more. But before you go, this dude calls me the other day.
I thought you said it wasn't a bet.
It wasn't a bet, but it's everything. It's not about an individual bet. This dude calls me the other day and he's like, yeah, maybe we should just lay some money on Georgia. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Then he calls me the next day and he's like working through a bet and he's going to bet Texas. Right? And I'm like, thought you're going Georgia.
I said.
Then this fucker, then I see his bets today. It's Georgia.
I've been flip-flop. I can't flip-flop. I can't decide. My thought process is telling me if they play 3 times, Texas is going to beat them twice. But I do believe that this game is the game that Georgia will lose. I don't know. I mean, Georgia will win. Excuse me. It's just like you said, it's the momentum. It's just the style of Georgia that they've been playing all year. I have been flip-flopped. I do believe Texas is the better team. I think that at the end of the day, Georgia's going to squeak this one out. But if they play a third time, I think Texas will run it. I really do. I don't know. It's just a weird. It's hard to want. Honestly, it's almost a fucking coin flip. I think both teams are.
Yeah, it really is. I could see it going both ways. But what I find so funny about it is because you're just like me, dude. Like, you're very passionate about it.
Oh, I love it.
When you call me, when he called me about Texas, he was, I mean, fucking ready to, like, he was hook 'em horns like himself. Like, he was ready to go. Texas is so good. And just, oh my God, I've been reading a bunch of stuff about him and blah, 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 blah. Like, you would think like he went to the University of Texas. And he had already flipped from Georgia. Now he's back to Georgia. I'm like, this fucking guy. I can't keep up.
Well, we don't know
Big
who he
10.
fucking wants in this game because, I mean, who do you want? So are we on Georgia?
Yes, we're all Georgia.
Your bet
Georgia.
says, okay, well,
Georgia.
which is, wow, that's kind of scary. Okay, the next one, I think we need to all be consensus. They should be quick and easy.
Yeah.
There's reasons why.
Yeah,
Oregon Ducks.
Oregon's it, man. I think James Franklin can't win a big game. They can't beat a top 5 ranked team. Yeah, I don't think that this is in Indiana. I don't think that really bids like, oh, it's going to be closer to this fan base or whatever. I think, you know what sold me on Oregon? And I think we talked about it. Maybe, I can't remember. I know I talked about it to somebody. Did anybody watch when they played Wisconsin?
Man,
they were down 13-6 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And jump around came on. And those dudes were jumping around like they were at a house party. Like, they were not the number 1 team in the country down going into the fourth quarter. Like, this was probably the highest stress they've been under all year long. And those dudes were loose. Those dudes were casual. They were ready. They were like, okay, fuck it. This is the Big Ten. This is what happens. These are big games. They fully embraced it. I think they're really good. I think they steamroll.
Well, and I know that, Penn State doesn't win the big one, but this game's about Oregon, man. They're just good. So that's the way I feel about this game.
I like it. I fucking like it. Now we can
better
fall here into the current projected bracket as of
let's just look at it, because I know we got to do our predictions. Looking at this, who do you have falling out? I actually only have one falling out. Looking at this, and it's SMU, because I have them losing to Clemson, and then the seedings get all messed up. But I think that's the way I see it.
I actually have 2.
Go ahead. Who do you got falling out?
Well, here's the problem with Arizona winning. It changed. Like, I don't see SMU. If Arizona wins, I don't see SMU falling out from all the way from where they're ranked all the way out. I don't know.
I do.
It's
What
just,
is so?
They
Question.
haven't played nobody, right? You just said it a minute ago. They haven't played anybody. So if they lose 2 games in a nobody schedule, they're out.
So what is SMU's ranking right now? Not 3.
I'll
Like what
show
is
you
their
right here.
overall
Well,
ranking? I was gonna say I think you have that, don't you?
right now they're 8.
Yeah, they're gone.
Right now they're 8, and they have 2 losses. They've played really nobody. If they lose a third, they're done.
Well, SMU I think has 1 loss.
1 would be 2 with with a loss it'd be 2.
Yeah. So I'm interested. I'll ask this guy when he gets back and who's the other one he has fallen out. It must be Arizona State. But what I think
Well, then
there's
that
only
means but he just picked them, didn't he?
I don't know, dude.
so I
Courtney,
mean,
who do you have falling out?
even if I picked them, I never picked Arizona State. Even though I picked them to win, excuse me, I picked them to win. That doesn't mean they're going to be a lock, because if Clemson wins, that's going to change fucking everything.
No. They're a lock because they're a conference champion.
Yeah,
So
you just picked the conference championship.
You just picked a conference. It's a conference. So if Arizona State wins their game,
they're not
they're gonna be.
no,
hold on. They're gonna be either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 12, because that fifth conference champion, right? So the way I see it, I'm just gonna say the way I see it, because I have Georgia beating Texas. I have Oregon the 1. If Georgia beats Texas, I see Georgia going up to 2. The way you got to look at this bracket, right? Georgia replaces Texas with 2. I actually see Boise falling up to the 3, because Arizona State, if they win, they've got to go 4 or 12. I think Clemson pulls the upset over SMU. They slot in at the 12, the way I see it. So the 5 buys, or the 5 entries conference wise, would be Oregon, Georgia, Boise State at 3, Arizona State at 4, and Clemson at the 12. And the reason why I have Arizona State over Clemson is they have them ranked higher right now. So if they win, I think they're going to stay above Clemson, because right now Arizona State's 15 and Clemson 17 overall. So it could be either way. Clemson could end up 4, or Arizona could end up 12. But I see it being Arizona State 4, Clemson 12.
I unfortunately I think Clemson has the harder that conference is harder, so I think Clemson easily takes that last.
But they're below him right now.
Yeah, but even they said something about their rank doesn't matter. It's the rank. It's the strength of the conference. How hard that conference is where the top 4 are at, and the strongest conference out of the rest of the conferences will get that last 5th spot.
So I think those conferences, the ACC has a couple better teams that are kind of ranked higher, right? You have Miami that's closer, but I think the Big 12 has a little more depth, right? Colorado's kind of below, right? Like, so I don't know. That could be interesting. We'll see how it all breaks down. But those are the 5 I see the way the conference champion. How do you see it, Anthony?
I think we discussed it a little bit. So the way it's going to go is going to go the first 4 conference champions.
Yep.
The highest ranked 4 conference champions.
Yes, and right now
that 5th one is the highest ranked conference champion, not the highest ranked conference. You're not ranking conferences. So the way it works, let's say a scenario where Clemson beat SMU, right?
Yep.
We're saying SMU's out.
Clemson. I am.
Yeah. And Arizona State beats Iowa State. Clemson is ranked 17. Arizona State's ranked 15. We're saying at that point, Clemson's not jumping Arizona. Arizona's not falling behind Clemson. So then Boise's going to win. They're going to slide up to 3. SMU's out.
Yep.
Right? And then Boise's going to slide up to 3. Arizona State naturally is going to be a little bit higher than Clemson, assuming they both win. And then Arizona State would fall into 4. And
Same
Clemson
way I see it.
I don't even know if that's how I have it in my bracket, but that's how it makes more sense to me now.
No,
that's how I see it.
Now that you explain it that way, that makes more sense.
That's how it's going to go. So then, so then the problem is trying to figure out 5 through 11, right? Because then Alabama's going to stick in that scenario. So then you got to try to figure out, right, how far does Texas fall? Well, so Texas to me is the 2 team. Even if they lose to Georgia twice, they've lost to Georgia. I think they slot in at the 5.
They go to 5. Well,
right?
I
But
think
what do they do with Notre Dame? That's where things get really weird. I went Texas 5, Notre Dame 6, and then it's weird. Penn State fallen more, but Ohio State beat them, and then they both got 2 losses. So that could go either way. I don't know, man. It's hard.
I don't know how the committee right now can put Notre Dame above a 2-loss SEC team
I know,
in Georgia. And here's what I'm saying. And then have Texas be a 2-loss SEC team and put Texas above Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's the 5.
it could go either way. I'm struggling to do it, but I think so. You're probably right.
I think Notre Dame's the 5. And again, I can't even remember what I put on my bracket. Maybe flip my bracket up so I can know what the hell I'm talking about. But I can't imagine them being in front of right now in front of Notre Dame in Georgia, Ohio State, and Tennessee, and then them falling back behind. So I think Notre Dame's the 5.
I just don't know. I mean, Texas is 2, Notre Dame's 4 right now. I don't know, man. It's going to be so weird, but I think we agree on the 12 teams.
Yeah. Now it's a matter of seeding.
Yep, and we just have to everybody's going to have an opinion.
Yeah.
It's
Did
too
you
freaking.
send me a bracket, brother? I guess maybe I just didn't even see that text. So you sent me one.
See, I asked you, hey, do you have my bracket? You're like, oh yeah, brother, I got your bracket. Don't you worry about it.
I thought you were talking about this. My bad. Which bracket did you send me? I never even saw it.
Dude, Brad, you'd be so impressed with this bracket, bro.
What is it at?
Well, here's the thing, Anthony, be impressed. It's the same thing I have, so just you're good. Don't worry about it. It's really close.
Give me it. I'll post it right now.
I already did, but check your email.
Oh, you emailed it. Oh, well, that's why you got to let me know.
I did.
I apologize. I thought you texted it to me. All right, I'll get it here.
No.
Okay, here it is.
Anyway,
oh God, you got all of it.
Let me ask you a question. You said, and I think maybe you were just misunderstood.
I was misunderstood. You're right.
Okay, so you're 2. Do you agree? There's only one that's going to fall out of here.
Yeah, and yes, I agree. And it's got to be. You just look at it. It's got to be SMU. That's the only one that.
So the teams you see on this screen right now stay with SMU being SMU or Clemson. Everybody else stays intact.
I think so.
Arizona State.
Or Arizona State or Iowa State. Yeah, Iowa State. Just depends on how that goes.
Right.
Now, if Iowa State wins, right, they're 16. That's what's weird. Arizona State's 15, Iowa State's 16, Clemson 17. Still could be the same scenario. Could be Iowa State at 4, Clemson 12, or flip them either way. But I think Boise's going to end up being the 3, man. I really do.
I do too.
Unless SMU wins.
So I did put Clemson in front of Arizona on this one.
Yeah. You look dumb like me. Nice.
Yeah, I do. And I put Texas at 5. So this was a couple days ago, brother. But now that we're talking through
it, and he put Texas 5. See, same.
But shit. You know why? You know why I did that? And I think this is reality here.
You're trying to keep people away from each other, but you can't do it.
I think you can. I think the committee absolutely can.
But you can't because there ends up being. It's hard to keep them all. There's so many of them, so somebody's going to run into each other.
I don't think the committee wants Texas and Alabama in round 1.
Like right now, the way I have it, Ohio State plays Indiana first round. They're going to play another Big Ten. So I think you're going to have scenarios that you don't want to happen, but they're going to end up happening.
Yeah.
We're really, really close. That bracket right there is really close, but I just don't have. Yeah, I have Arizona State and Clemson flipped.
Yeah, I get that. And I got Texas at 5 here, but if they put, here's my issue.
That's exactly how I have it, 5, 6.
If they put Notre Dame at 5, and then in that little corner, you got Arizona State, Clemson, and Notre Dame. Nobody wants those 3 teams.
But that shit happens. It's gonna. That just helps Notre Dame. I mean, I know, but that shit happens. There's nothing we can do about that. There's gonna be something weird. We're not gonna like it, or there's gonna be a team that like the way I saw one, the 5 seed had like a pretty easy, the way at one point it looked easy, right, or easier. but
They do.
just depending on the way it ends up looking. So
Man, I hope Ohio State gets smoked in the first round.
well, should be fun, man. It's gonna be
I
fun.
can't wait. Where are we at here?
This is
We're
a lot
going
going
to
on.
NFL.
A lot going
We're going
on.
to the NFL.
Well,
Going
we
to
just
the
did all those
NFL.
things, right? We did all of them.
Yeah, I the only thing I didn't touch on here, and I'll give me the
Oh,
floor.
go ahead. Let's do our Homer shit here this week.
Chris Ham.
Feel it though, brother. Feel it.
I know you're watching, Chris Ham. I just want you to know that when you guys lose in the first round and Ryan Day gets shit canned, you could thank your brothers from Michigan. 4 years in a row. 4 years in a fucking row. These guys, it's not even a rivalry anymore. If they can't beat us now, they're never going to beat us again. It's over. They're demoralized. They can't. And next year they go to Ann Arbor. It's a wrap. They pee down their fucking leg when they see maize and blue, dude. It is so over. This rivalry is not even a rivalry anymore. And it's hysterical. Our quarterback threw for 40 yards, bro. 40 yards.
Well, they made the mistake of trying to be physical, right? Ryan Day's, Lou Holtz and the whole thing, right? Like he's trying to back it up, right? And so he fell right into the wheelhouse of Michigan. He did not do what he needed to do. So he tried to get, a trenches game, man. And they get away with that the majority of the time, but yeah, that's not the game to go against.
You could do that shit against Penn State. Yeah, you could do that against Indiana.
Yeah.
Or St. Mary's School Deaf and Blind or whatever you play most of the time. But you can't do that against Michigan. It's not even a rivalry anymore, dude. It's beautiful.
We need to get to the NFL so we can talk about the Raiders. I'm sure
it's not a rivalry.
No, I got nothing to say, bro. I got nothing to say.
There's only one thing we could talk about on the Raiders, and it's the fact that Kansas City has the Chiefs in their pocket.
You mean? Oh yeah.
God
crazy,
damn,
dude.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, here you go.
This, man.
Playoff picture.
What a game! What a game last night,
I
man.
love it. Look at that background, Anthony.
There you go, Anthony.
I got a couple of funny ones, but they didn't really work out. I did this. I was on a Zoom with Mark, who's a Ohio State fan, and we were on the Zoom with him last weekend. My wife and I. So I kept throwing him all these other ones up there. It's a couple funny ones here. This one's my favorite personally, but I don't think it's gonna fit properly. Where's it at? But go ahead. Yeah. I think you meant that the Chiefs have the refs in their pocket, right? Is that what you meant, Horton?
Yeah. What did I say?
You said that Kansas City has the Chiefs in their pocket.
Oh yeah, well,
but,
same thing,
dude. There's some. Let me start on this one too, real quick. Like, 100%. I don't know what happened out there. I had the volume down. The kids were loud enough. I couldn't hear the game, but they're very well. They could have been like, oh, it's a false start. And then they get together. Hey, actually, before the false start, there was this, and their call was correct. There's a very good chance of that. But when this kind of shit happens as often as it happens, it's like bad optics. Like, it doesn't look good, right? Like it looks like the Chiefs and the refs are favoring the Chiefs like they did Brady for all those years. But to put all that to bed, the Raiders didn't have to snap the ball. They didn't have to run the play.
Yeah.
They could have gone up to the line. They were on like the 28. Could have gone up to the line, wait till 3 seconds, spike the ball, kick the field goal, and attempt to win the game. So in typical Raider fashion, that didn't happen. And for the outside looking in, all the refs, 100%, I get it. It's real. Like, there is a real, like, favoritism there. But at the same time, the Raiders had all of the ability in the world to take it out of their hands. Take it out of the refs' hands, and they just didn't do it. They shit the bed once again. But they did cover the spread. So that's all we can ask for these days. What was your take on the final play, Brad? Like, or Horton? I don't really care. Like, what did you think about it? I know Horton was fired up. He was not a happy guy. He called me that day.
And this isn't even like I'm a homer for my boy. I've watched enough football and played the sport. Understand that when a line gets set and anybody on the line stands up and moves their arm or head, it's a false start. That's immediately a false start. The tight end is waving his arm in the air after they already were supposed to be down and set. The line jumped through the flag in the air. The second the ball was immediately snapped and was running into the middle of the play while blowing a whistle and doing the forward arm motion. A lot of people wanted to tag me on my Facebook post and be like, there's plenty of illegal formation calls that look like that. Not the line jump will not run in on an illegal formation. He will throw the flag and stand on the sideline and wait till the play's completed and then call that penalty. You watch the play multiple times. That line judge is full sprinting in the middle of a play into the pile. Does not happen when it's not a false start. There was confusion, but unfortunately, white hats overruled the black hats. The white hat overruled him and made the call, and that's what happened. That's what it is. What it is. It's just like you said, Anthony. It stacks. It's so many now. It's like every game that they get close and it's called by a ref. Like we can go back and start showing it. Just think of Angel Hernandez in baseball. How many bad calls he's made that have changed and altered baseball games. Like there's just times you just got to kind of NFL's got to step back and look like when does the NFL take over in changing bad calls, game altering calls? Like, I don't know.
But they have somebody talking down to them. So,
but a call cannot be overruled. Calls cannot be overruled. I
understand, but man, I don't think that they're not all talking shit. I don't believe that they're not communicating with that head referee.
I've got 50,000 on this.
That. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a weird
one. It was a weird one.
It's
whatever.
Weird shit.
But
the side that I agree with Anthony on it, I didn't understand what they were doing. The Raiders, like I don't know.
They got too fucking cute. They thought, we're moving the ball. It's like stop.
Yeah, just weird.
Now they didn't have a timeout. You had to snap the ball. They could just get under center, snap the ball, spike it. You move on, kick the field goal. They missed 2 field goals already. They'd probably miss the third one. They're probably not winning the game anyway. But it's like, give yourself a shot. Why are you trying to run another play?
Well, it was definitely a bad snap. Like he wasn't paying attention. It wasn't supposed to be snapped that way. Like I don't know. There was a lot that went on. Here's what it just sucks. Whatever, right?
No doubt.
No, it don't matter.
So something else we got down there to talk about. I mean, I hadn't really thought about it. I mean, I've fantasies wise, I've thought about it because I have Penix, but do you think that I think the trajectory that Atlanta is headed right now, I could see them doing something with Cousins because it doesn't look right.
He looks off, man. He looks real bad right now. Like there's been a couple. He threw 4 picks last week.
Yep.
Like that is
and this week he goes to Minnesota, right? Like
he's
that's
gonna win. And just typical like goofy fashion.
No, don't say that shit.
But hold on. Let's pump our brakes a little bit. Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions in one game. Is this like where we start talking Jared Goff's not doing good enough? Like it's just
because they won that game and then
because the team is better. Yes, but I think
Kirk Cousins isn't performing.
I think once again, I think we fall back on to play calling. Like Bijan Robinson hasn't been used right. That game, Bijan Robinson wasn't used right again. And they've noticed when you don't feed this dude the ball and let your run game talk, you put your quarterback in a position to throw. And when you do that to a guy
But that's what Kirk Cousins does.
Yeah, but he's always been
all he ever did in Minnesota was wing that shit all around.
Yeah, he's not a top 10 guy. He's a middle of the pack guy.
Well, no, he's not a top 10
Jared
guy.
Goff's not a top 10 guy.
He's not playing to what they thought he was going to be. Let's put it that way. They
He's
thought
old.
they were going to be better. They thought they were going to be better.
This motherfucker's supposed to be drinking a beer and mowing his lawn on the weekends.
So I think that might answer it then. They could be headed to Penn. They could be headed to Penix then, like we're thinking.
I think if they lose another game, they're still tied for the division, but they've dropped 3 straight. I think if they lose another one, like if they lose this week in Minnesota, they got to take a look at it. They
got to do something.
Yeah.
Because their season, they still have a chance, but the next team we're talking about, do they have a chance? And this is where Horton gets to flip his shit. It's the weekly Horton flip his shit segment
I don't got much
of
to
the
flip
show.
about. I don't got much to flip about, to be honest.
What do you mean? We're talking about the fucking 49ers. You have something to flip about.
It's literally the Niners. This game was the Niners' entire year. Like both of our starting running backs go down. Like this is the epitome of the Niners this year. We've ran deep in the playoffs 3 years in a row, and obviously teams can't sustain that, dude. And then you look at the Chiefs and like, well, how do they sustain that? Because they adapt and they go find younger players to come in. Kyle Shanahan and them have been living on the old guys, and unfortunately, you can only go so long with old guys. Once again, Trent Williams not playing this week. Nick Bosa probably not playing this week. Like that should say something. We have 17 starters or 17 first and second string starters out. Like that's a lot. Crazy. Whatever. We suck.
Not your year.
We got to win out to make the playoffs. And you're telling me we're going to do that with a broken roster and a coach that doesn't know how to adapt? Fuck no.
The coach said, hey, I got to call your bluff, dude. Last week, Bijan Robinson, over 20 carries, well over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 catches. 2 weeks prior to that, over 100 yards, 5 catches. They're using him. Kirk Cousins just sucks.
No, I can't remember what game I watched. They didn't use him right.
It was probably Denver when they were down 38-6.
Yeah,
you can't run the ball when you have to throw the ball. When you're down 38-6, you have to throw it. Your run game is gone. That's what happens when you suck.
That's what happens when you suck.
But seriously though, like
no, you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Anthony.
Yeah, Cousins threw for 173 yards and a pick. That's it against Denver. You get behind, turn the ball over, and then they score on you. You're down 14-0, 21-0, whatever it is. Your run game's eliminated. You have to throw the ball. But other than that, they've been using the hell out of Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, no, last week they definitely did that. I got games mixed up. I got games mixed up.
The current playoff race, where are we looking here?
Well, it's looking good, to be honest, man. That game last night, man, was awesome. What a game. But I was at baseball. I got home late, but to get home to the end of that game, that was fun. It's Detroit looks good. KC looks good. Obviously, the AFC is going to be interesting, man, because I think we all kind of feel like KC's not what the record says.
I think anybody could beat KC in the AFC.
I could see it going anyway. Buffalo, Pittsburgh is sitting in the 3-hole right now. I picked them to go to the playoffs at the beginning, but I thought they would slide in like the 7, right? Like, and Houston's got to figure it out, man. Whatever the fuck's going on with the Texans, Stroud's got to figure it out, right? Like
they're fine though, yeah, because they're fine because their division's terrible.
If it sits the way it sits right now, I see Chargers going in there and beating them.
Oh yeah,
if you have that matchup right there, you have that matchup right there, I think Houston's in trouble, man, with those Strouds playing. So I don't see the AFC switching a whole lot. I feel like Denver's playing well enough. I wish the Dolphins could get going, but they're not. I feel like Denver's got, what are they, 8-5?
Who? Yeah, I think
is that what Denver? Yeah, the Denver's 8-5, and Indianapolis and Miami's 5-7. I think that's done. I really do. I think the NFC there could be, there's going to be a little more movement.
Denver's in such a tough spot.
They're 8-5. Yeah, they're good. I just could see. I think the AFC is going to beat up on each other, and I think the NFC is a 2-horse race.
Yep. Wow.
I mean, Green Bay can get in there, man. Green Bay has given Detroit everything they can handle in both games. But yeah, I don't know. So no, I think it's the Lions and Philly in the NFC, and it could be literally anybody in the AFC. Man, Miami disappointed me. I thought they were going to get back in this thing last week.
No.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, AFC.
They don't play well against good teams, man. That's where, if you look at, Cokehead's history with us, he's just not. We don't win big games, man. We don't win against good teams. It is what it is. So, that's why I expect us to have a big game this week because we're playing the Jets. So, that's the kind of game he does well in. The NFC, man, I agree. I think it's 2 teams. You could have a little bit of, something with, Minnesota and Green Bay both, but with who they're facing up with first round, but I think it's Detroit or Philly pretty clear.
Anything, Horton?
What's wild is Detroit's doing this with a lot of injured defensive backups now playing. Like I can't remember his name. Their defense coordinator is dialing it the fuck up over there in Detroit.
Aaron Glenn.
They're down like four or five stars.
I hope the next coach of the Miami Dolphins. That would be good.
I like Detroit. I think Washington, the colors are starting to show a little bit. Minnesota, they're floating along. I just think it's because who they're getting to play. They're getting.
Dude, I'm just not a believer in those guys.
I'm not either. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I'm just like, dude, I can't wrap my arms around Minnesota, and they're only like one game back from Detroit or whatever. I just can't do it.
Yeah, Philly is doing Philly things. Their defense looks, playing well. Saquon Barkley is obviously a humongous boost. I don't believe in Kansas City. I think Buffalo is stupid good, dude. I don't know what the fuck.
I think my Super Bowl matchup's looking really good right now.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Detroit and Buffalo.
Not mine.
Yeah. Well, we know what yours is based around.
I got a shot with both of mine. We'll see. Baltimore's a weird team. We'll just see.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, hell. What's next on the docket here? Oh, the picks.
Figure it out, man.
Do we have any fantasy action this week? Like any games that are like meaningful?
We have a lot of shit. We haven't
really talked about it.
Brad's trying to boot me out. Piece of shit.
I just didn't know if we wanted to go over.
Yeah, that's fine. We could go through that.
I just keep setting my lineup, man. And look, to be honest, I would have thought in Full Throttle that I would have kept scoring. And the fact that I've gotten high score now twice to recoup some of the money, I'm freaking stoked with that already. So it was pretty funny to actually watch last week my score. I'm like, what is going on?
Dude, how are you scoring points in that league?
I don't know, man. My team's showing up. It's weird. I don't know.
Let me get these standings up and see if I can add this.
I don't know.
The one Brad is how many points behind him? How many points do I have to make up this week at Full Throttle? 24?
Yeah, I think I was down by 9 and now I'm up by 24, something like that.
Window capture.
Yep,
Here we go.
I'm chasing 22.36 points.
Yeah, something like that.
And I just found out Breece Hall's not playing.
Oh, what?
Yep. Breece Hall's out.
Why is he out?
They're expecting him to be out.
He's doubtful. He's doubtful.
Yep.
Yep.
They said they're not expecting him. So
all right, let me apologize.
Oh, and Anthony in that one league when I had dropped him and tried to pick him up, we were second in line. We didn't get him. Braylon Allen. We didn't get Braylon Allen. So that same week I put in Braylon Allen and Justice Hill. We got Justice Hill, but he's on a bye this week. So with that one league right there, right, we have Lamar and Justice. So if we have to play him, that's actually not bad. But
so what games do we have this week?
We need Breece Hall to get back. That's all we know.
So,
but he could be out for this week because that would be funny.
This is an important game here, Brad. Right here.
Yeah.
This is an important game. We need Toon Squad needs to lose.
You need to win that one, dog.
Yeah, because if you win that one, Anthony squeaks in.
We need Doug and Isaac to lose.
Yeah, Doug, but Doug's
playing you.
Doug's playing not a very
not
good
we.
Do your part. Do your fucking part.
Well, let's not get too far off. What the fuck? We're not trying to do that. How the fuck does Anthony get in the playoff fucking segment?
Yeah, but this is where it's interesting. Oops, I looked at the wrong one. Points for it. You jumped me again, Brad. You jumped me a lot. So Doug, Doug's floating up there. Oh, this is wild. Wild times.
Doug needs to lose too.
Yeah, either. This is so wild. Look how close this is. Anthony's not far behind. I'm not secured for sure. That's right. I can't believe I'm gonna get in here possibly with a forward fucking 10 record.
That's why you do it though.
That's what I've gotten Full Throttle.
That's the other one. Let's go to Full Throttle because that one is. Real quick, Brad. We got a little bit of time, and we'll switch.
He doesn't need to see that shit. All it's gonna do is upset him.
Oh.
It is upsetting because I've been like in the drive. I've been like pretty much securely in the playoffs for a long time, and not to mention you're like 24 points behind me in Fantasy Addicts too.
Where's your team? Is it which one is it?
Mine?
Mine? Walk
Yeah,
away
no.
to it.
Walk away
Mine
to
is even Paul. Mine is even Paul won a playoff game.
And so right now, oh my god, this is fucking ridiculously close. It's a 20. What is it? 20 points? What's the exact number
22.
here? 22 points. So Anthony's gonna outscore.
Yeah, and I'm down.
Man.
I'm down Brees Hall.
Oh yeah, that's sad. That's tough.
Good time. Let's
That's
move off
tough.
this shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get tilted already, dude. I've
Yeah.
been fucking.
Are you
I had a
tilted?
hell of a day at work. I'm getting
Tilted.
triggered.
I got
guys
Oh
are
you.
fucking
boy.
with me right
Oh
now.
boy, he said I'm gonna get triggered. I'm ready to I'm gonna get triggered. I'm ready to get tilted.
I gotta trigger you real quick, Anthony. Cause
What?
this great spot at number 1 in Iron Man where you're number 10 is awesome.
Dude, I set my lineup in that league. That's what happens when I draft.
Hey.
Oh, you know what, dude? How the tables have turned. You know why I'm that far down? Because
What?
you're piece of shit running back.
Hey, Brad, how great does it feel to sit at number 2 in this league?
Brad didn't even draft that team.
Hey,
No.
still number 1, number 2, baby.
Not that one.
Are you guys 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what happens when I take a fucking guy that plays on the 49ers. You should have known better.
Yeah, you
What a
should
waste.
have.
What a
Everybody
waste.
knew not to draft that guy, and all of us still did it like idiots.
What a waste.
Let's do our picks.
Anyway,
We're going.
Let's
We're
see-
going.
let's-
God,
let's do,
Brad is still terrible at this.
You
No,
already know what I'm
yes.
doing. You already
Hey,
know.
what's
Hey,
great is
when
now
you
I'm
put
down
when you
8.
put the pick in last night and you put Lions, I'm like, Tyler, you fucked up.
Ah,
same as me.
dude. Lions fucked that up too. I wish they
Yep.
would have got a touchdown there, but
So now I'm
Anthony-
only 8 games back on Tyler. Now I'm 7.
yeah. Well, it's
Because
not
the last-
over.
so-
you got a couple fuck ups coming up. I already know that.
Oh,
All right, let's
you
go.
don't even-
Run
you
us
don't
through
even
here,
know my-
Anthony.
All right.
Let's see
here
what
we
the
go.
fuck happens here this week.
So
So-
last night I was the only one that picked Packers plus 3.5. These other losers thought. It
And
was
you
gonna
know
be a
what?
full
All the
game.
other lines I see say 3, but fucking 3.5 is what we have in here. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's
yeah.
it's the
It
timing
was-
here.
Would have been a
Raiders
push,
are
but
in Tampa. Raiders are in
Ooh.
Tampa. Tampa's 6.5
Ooh.
point dogs, or Tampa's 6.5 point favorites. I'll start us off. Give me Tampa Bay minus 6.5.
Ooh. I will also take Tampa.
I'm gonna agree with you guys.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
old Baker Mayfield.
Jaguars at Titans. Mac Jones playing for Jaguars. Tennessee minus 3.5. Horton, you're first.
Fucking Will Levis is gonna go the fuck off. I already know who you're picking. That's why I'm going Willie.
I'm actually gonna go the Titans as well. 3.5. I wish it was 2.5. I'm gonna go Titans.
Go with your boy Mac.
I bet you wish you was 2.5 because I got the Jaguars plus 3.5. Mac, Daddy Jones.
Mac Jones is worse than Will Levis. That's the problem.
Oh, that's not what you were saying last weekend when you were talking shit about Will Levis.
Will
See how
Levis
he
is playing a
flipped?
good team. He's playing a good team.
He's like, how is he even a starting quarterback anymore? Blah, 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 blah.
How is he?
And now he's like, Will Levis gonna go off.
I need
anyway,
him to throw balls on fucking Ridley.
Carolina at Philly, 12.5 for Philly. Brad,
That's
you're
a
first.
big fucking
God, that number is big. Oh no. So the Eagles are the hottest team. Panthers, though, playing 12.5 is huge.
Huge.
Can I pass? Can I pass?
Huge.
I'll go Eagles. I'll go Eagles.
You say you can't tease it either.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I want to
Panthers.
tease it. 6-point teaser, Eagles.
Panthers plus 12.5, buddy. All day long.
Going Panthers?
Yeah, baby.
Fuck, man. I don't know, dude. This is such a fucking
Number's
goofy number,
huge.
dude. It's
Yep.
so big.
Clock.
Panthers.
Oh, baby.
I
That means
just
we're gonna win.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bryce Young's playing well right now.
Saints at New York. Giants. North Jersey. Give me the Giants plus 4.5.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get off my picks.
Go ahead, Fries or Horton.
Giants.
Fries.
Fries.
Tyler.
Hey.
Yeah, that's weird.
Had a goofy
Your
Texas
Giants plus
fuck.
4.
Are
Yeah.
you saying Giants, both of you?
Yes.
Yeah, plus 4.5.
I know.
Derek Carr don't play in the cold, buddy.
I know. Who's starting for the Giants? What do you guys think this week?
Lock.
Drew Lock.
You think it's going to be Drew Lock?
They already
It
said
already
it.
been announced.
He sucks.
Him and Malik Neighbors need to get on a couple touchdown throws.
Neighbors, I'm hearing is questionable. I'm going Saints.
This guy's been questionable since the start of the season.
No, he didn't. I don't think he practiced today, and it's a Friday. That's not good.
Cleveland Browns at Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's a big number 2. God damn.
-7. Horton, you're first on this one.
Oh. That's a big number, dude. What the fuck?
Biggin.
I Pittsburgh's gonna win, but I'm gonna take the +7 on Cleveland.
Bradley.
Steelers.
I'm on the Steelers also -7. Falcons and Horton's boy Kirk Cousins going to Minnesota.
I'm going Vikings.
Was that 5.5?
Yep.
I'm on the Falcons plus 5.5.
I'm also on the Falcons, baby. Bijan Train, run that mug.
Oh, but they don't use them, right? See, he
Yeah,
flips
well,
mid
yeah,
episode.
I'm fucking retarded.
He flips-
Excuse me. Excuse my language.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay, next
he
game.
caught it.
Let's move on.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
okay.
Jets plus underdogs in Miami. Miami -5.5. Who's first? I'm first on this one, right?
Yep.
Miami 5.5 all day. Easy money.
Miami. I hate you. You want me to pick first? I bet you would pick the same as well.
No?
I'm Dolphins.
Yeah. They say Dolphins at 1:00 are a magical team. Flip. What's the next game, Horton?
Arizona
I can't see
and
it.
Seattle.
Oh, there we go.
No, it's actually. Oh yeah, we already. Excuse me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we did that one. So Seahawks at Arizona. Arizona's 2.5-point favorites. Who's first on this one?
I'll
Horton.
take it. Arizona.
Hortness.
2.5 for Arizona. Bradley.
I'm the same. I'm the Cardinals as well.
Same here. Buffalo Bills at LA Chargers. Bills are only 3.5-point favorites.
Got the Rams.
Whoa, I got the
Wow.
Bills.
Wow.
I'm on the Bills.
Bills.
No.
I'll take the Bills.
You said the Chargers. I said it's at the Rams.
Oh, I thought you said I have the
You
Rams. Yeah,
fucker.
sorry. Bills at
Trying to
Rams.
what the fuck,
Bills
man?
are
Trying to fuck with
3.5
me.
point favorites. Brad, are you on the Rams?
No, I'm on the Bills.
So am I. What about you, Horton?
I called Bills.
And hey, the one before you were the Cardinals too, Anthony?
Yeah, we're clean sweep
Okay.
on the Cardinals.
Okay.
This is a weird one. Chicago at San Fran. I'm first on this one. Man. Give me the Niners -4.
This is the game that's going to be stupid for the NFL because the Cardinals are going to beat Seattle. And if the Niners win, it's going to put them one game back. It's just good for TV. Niners are going to win, and they're going to take it by the points.
Yep. I'll
Good
agree.
for TV, baby. Good for TV. Why not? Why not give it?
Chargers on Sunday night. Chargers are in Kansas City. Kansas City's 4-point favorites. Horton, you're first on this one.
I'm taking the goddamn Chargers, baby.
+4.
Yes, sir.
Chiefs.
I'm on the Chargers also, +4. This is a weird one, dude. I can't put my finger on this one to save my life. The Bengals at the Cowboys.
I'm only saying
Monday night.
Cowboys because they're home. I can't figure it out either.
5.5 Cowboys. I'm also gonna take the Cowboys +5.5.
Joe Burrow is gonna play off his fucking rocker, and the Cowboys fucking suck. Cooper Rush sucks. I think take Cincinnati by 5. Half.
Okay. Well, I think you're wrong, but we'll take the Cowboys.
It's fine. It's fine. Joe Burrow's been playing like a fucking god. And you can't disagree with that. It's the only guy in the world that plays that well and this team loses.
Thank God. Well, let's get into the bets so we can wrap this thing up so I can win some more cash this week. I think this is right. I'm not sure what the hell this is. But that top part I think is right.
I don't know. Who knows? Let's just get into this shit. Because Horton's part is going to be really fast.
Yeah, you go first, Horton. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Horton.
Okay.
Tell us where you're at, Bubba.
I'm already down big, and I'm probably gonna be down the whole weekend because, it just doesn't look good. I've got
8-leggers, baby.
8-legger would have hit if Houston wouldn't have been a bunch of sorry sacks of shits and actually hit their game, but I lost that one. Obviously, that Laporta and Watson was a shot in the dark for an extra little 70. I do like my 5-leg. It's gonna be a tough one though. It's gonna be a good day for football. That's for sure.
So what you're saying is you have one ticket left.
I have one ticket left. Yeah. Yep. That's it. That one's.
But it's a good ticket. I mean, if they all hit, man.
It's an $803 smasher.
Big time smasher.
I like the numbers. I don't know. I don't know. It's good.
I like how you already got rid of the other ones.
Yeah. We'll just remove them. We'll just remove them now.
There was 2 more.
They're not even worth it. They're not even worth it. Yeah. We'll just slide this one in the middle right here. There you go.
Okay, we just clean up the graphic as we go.
We'll go to Brad. We'll go to Brad's because his is easy too. His is real, just right there.
Real direct. Right there in the middle. Right there. There you go. I like
$100 smash.
$100 plus 344. The top 2, there is significance there for the 3 of us.
It's a big number.
And then I am Minnesota at home versus Atlanta. I feel like Cousins is going to struggle. Minnesota's defense is really freaking good. At home, it's ridiculous. And then I feel like Miami always plays well against shitty teams, and the Jets fit that profile. So mine's very simple: $100.
So to verify,
$443.
So to verify for everybody, it's Boise State, Oregon, and then Minnesota and Miami in the NFL. I should have put that.
Vikings.
Because I don't know if there's a Minnesota college playing. I know is Miami playing this weekend? I'm not sure.
There's not.
Yeah, they're not playing.
Okay, I just want to make sure people aren't going, what the fuck bets are these?
No. 2 college, 2 pro together. $100 wins me $443.70.
I like it. I like the bad part is I like that bet.
Let's go.
Bad bet, brother. Falcons are going to beat the Vikings.
They're not. They're not, bro.
Oh, my God. This guy's got so much money to blow.
So what's funny is he wins one week, and then all of a sudden he's like, he's all feeling big. You know what?
I've won 2 consecutive weeks. I've won 2 consecutive weeks.
Whatever.
I haven't lost.
We need to verify that we're all big on Boise and Oregon winning. Like, if you're
what do you think? You think we're all big? You think
it's a great bet to take?
Hey, here's the thing: we all want that to hit. Let's go, Anthony. You have at minimum $533 at the end of this week.
I will. And then
what's funny is I almost bet the same thing, and I'm like, well, I can't do the same shit. Friggin' Anthony's already got it down, and we know we got it down for a reason. So,
yep, we got the Bucks -6.5. Bills -3.5 and Dolphins -5.5. I love those bets. And then just to have fun, little anytime touchdown. Bijan that apparently never gets used. Justin Jefferson, Barkley, Najee Harris, and Devon Achane. And then look at this little teaser, Brad. You gotta like this one. Not only do I think the Chiefs cover, the Chargers cover. I think the Chargers went outright.
All right.
Chargers -2.5 and an alternate under a 44.5.
You're only doing that shit because you got extra money. That's a loss. That's the kind of shit I've bet enough with you. You're only doing that good shit because you got a little extra fluff.
Should have just saved the 40, so it could have been.
You should have just saved it, bro. Carried it forward.
No, because it's gonna fuck everything up. We're not gonna understand what the hell anything is.
Anthony's smart. He just bets it all, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
That should be the rule. You've got to bet it all, even if you want to go.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to because that's why I just bet it.
Even if something is super
it's all
safe,
confusing.
Or we change it where if you're in the green and you're over 50, you don't gain a 50. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We're not mathematically smart enough.
These
Put it this way: we hope we keep hitting, and we hope Boise State and Oregon win.
Those two on my left are legit bets that I'm going to – obviously, we have Boise State, Oregon, but the 3-leg in the NFL is one that's legitimately going to go on. I'm going to place money on that bet. Depending on how the next couple of days go, I probably will place the Chiefs bet, Chargers bet also. But yeah, I think let's just clip this part right now, and this is what we'll post, Horton. We're 16-1 on lock picks since Thanksgiving Day.
It's pretty damn good. I'm gonna edit this real quick.
This is cool. We can edit.
There you go.
We
right
can
there.
go. Legitimately, the bet of the weekend. I think we all agree because I'm trying to think forward a little bit to Sunday. There's a couple of them we like the Dolphins money line and stuff like that, which we can probably all get behind. But the bet of the weekend, the lock of the weekend, is Boise and Oregon.
That's how we want it to go.
It's gotta
That's
be.
how
it's gotta be.
We've circled these games on the schedule since they got released. We geared up and we added some fluff, added about $136 to our bankroll, and it is go time. And bets locks of the day, Boise and Oregon.
I think even with the numbers, with the -2.5 and the -3, whatever, it wasn't much more of a bump though. So why not just be secure with the money line? If it was a bump to like 250 or 260, maybe we take it. But I think it was only up to 270. So 170.
Yeah.
So it wasn't much. You're almost gambling more than you should. Just take the money line. So that's why I think I agree with the lock.
Take the money line. Take the sure bet. I don't think either of these games are actually particularly close. I think both games are handled and pretty much decided by the third quarter would be my guess.
Yeah.
What time's Boise get started? 7? Oh, 5. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go out there in an hour. We got
about an hour, baby.
Speaking of, there's a beer calling my name.
Yeah.
Because there's football on.
Yep.
Oh, but just a reminder, the Dodgers still have Shohei Ohtani.
Yes. So go Boise, go Oregon. Bets of the week. We're gonna get to 18-1.
That's right.
Lock them in.
Hell yeah, let's ride this way.
Thanks, guys, for jumping in. Once again, I'm Tyler, Anthony, Brad. If you enjoy the show, pleasure. I just want to let one person know, Chris, you suck. But other than that,
go blue.
Go blue, baby. I don't even like blue.
But if it pisses Chris off, it's okay.
But if it pisses Chris off, we're saying it. All right, guys.
We're going with it.
We'll catch you on the flip. May your bets hit.
Thank you for watching. Yes. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope you join us again.
All right, boys.
If you could, please give us a like, subscribe, or follow at any of these social medias right here. And if you have any questions or concerns or something you want to discuss, please send us a